Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora inside of the Cafe Kubal Studios. Cafe Kubal on 3501 James Street, 324 West Water Street, 401 South Salina Street, all in Syracuse, New York. You'll find them on 343 Fayette Street in Manlius and at their drive-thru on the corner of Route 11 and Taft Road at Sweetheart Corners in North Syracuse. With that being said, so happy to be here with you for the Top Dog of the Week. Top Dog of the Week proudly presented by Canine Camp Dog Daycare and Canine Campground Dog Boarding. And Bryant and Stratton College of Syracuse, they are the Bobcats, but they've been honored for 2 weeks in a row as our top dogs. And getting into this national tournament for the men's and women's soccer teams, we had Nick Dimitrievski of the men's soccer team head coach and the women's soccer head coach of Bryant and Stratton College of Syracuse, Alex Grigorita, join us last week, honored as our top dogs following their selection shows of both being chosen as the second seeds in their respective tournaments for the USCAA national tournament for the right to call themselves national champions. And now here I am honoring the top dogs of the week, the men's soccer team, coming off their victory that they had on penalty kicks, going all the way to the wire, winning 4-3 at the end of this all, as Bryant and Stratton College of Syracuse will be moving on to the semifinals of the USCAA national tournament, and they'll be taking on Manor coming up here today on Friday, November 11th. So with that being said, let's bring in the head coach as we honor him and his team as our top dogs of the week. Nick, how you doing today?
Good, thanks, Dan. We're feeling pretty grateful and honored, and we made it through, so we're pretty excited about that opportunity.
Yeah, and to be in this tournament, you know what it's like to be here, and this team perennially is contending. You're Bryant and Stratton College of Syracuse, a men's soccer team, vying for the opportunity to call yourselves back-to-back-to-back champions nationally this season. And this game, the first game that you had out of the gate in Virginia Beach, definitely gave you everything it could as a test. Just what you can say about Salem and what you took away from the matchup.
Yeah, no, the tournament is very strong. We knew, I did my homework. We knew they were going to be really, really, really difficult, so we prepared them. They're a really quality team. Congratulations to them. But I thought we controlled the game. It's just one of those games you couldn't put it in. We outshot them 12-3 in the first half. Missed some easy ones. They were not real dangerous at any point. It's just when we would foul that they would get those balls lofted in the box that became dangerous late in the second half. And we went up midway through, I think, the second half and in control. And then there was a penalty shot given against us with 3 minutes left to go, which was, a little disappointing. I questioned the call, but you got to play. It is what it is. And that's what I told my guys, that after it was 1-1 going into overtime, I said, let it go. You got to fight. You got to play hard. You got to create opportunities. Overtime, nobody scored, and then it was penalty shots. And we missed one, and they missed, I believe, 3. And we won it. I mean, we were the better team. We just let them get into the game, and it became a difficult game at the end. We just got to take care of our business a little bit sooner. So I think at the end of the day, our experience showed off. I'm proud. The guys played hard. When they needed to. So now that game's done, and we're on to Manor College.
Yeah, and you, like you said, reflecting on this game against Salem, a team that this season went 8-5-5 in USCAA Men's Division I soccer nationally. Like you said, you go up 1-0, and then questionable call, penalty kick ties the game 1-1, and then you have to go into extra period and eventually finish it in the end-all, be-all penalty kicks. To have this as your first game in this tournament and to be pushed all the way to the end with penalty kicks, just what it says about the resiliency of your team and just what it does for you as a coach, knowing that it all comes down to your goalkeeper and what decisions Giovanni Galina is going to make, as well as, the shots that you take on the other side. It's a silent 1v1 type of situation that was on the line for the rights of moving on or heading back home. And I know that penalty kicks, it can be a beautiful thing in the case when you win it, but it can also be extremely nerve-wracking. So just what you can say about going to the wire, and as a coach, how you handle knowing that it's all going to come down to your goalkeeper and taking the right shots.
Yeah, Salem is a NCAA Division II team, so they're a quality team. I mean, we do our homework. We practice our penalty shots, both taking them and then obviously the goalkeepers defending them. We felt pretty confident. We had the list ready. We made 4 out of 5 kicks, which is pretty good. We won the national championship last year on penalty shots. So we were ready for that. We knew what to expect on that. And we had, if it's tied after 5, you got another 5 out there. It's elimination, single elimination. So, it just comes down to experience. You got to be able to handle that moment and put it in instead of freezing up. And I think our guys did a heck of a job. That first kick that those guys had, the kid missed, and they called it back because Gio moved forward a little bit. So he had to retake the kick, and he missed again. And Gio blocked it on the other side. So, that's some incredible experience from that goalkeeper to be able to do that. We prevailed.
And keeping with your goalkeeper for a second here, hailing from Italy, Giovanni Galina, just what you can say, not just in this game, but in the time that you've had him at Bryant and Stratton College at Syracuse, just how you've seen him mature, grow, what it is about his game and the way that he plays between the pipes that you've really just been able to reflect upon and see a maturation process of.
We've been very blessed at the goalkeeper position. Last year when we won the national championship, Boubacar Sisi was the goalkeeper, and he stopped, I believe, 3 penalty kicks in the penalty kick shootout. Gio, was a steward underneath him for the last couple years. So he had the opportunity this year, and boy, did he step up. But we also have another guy, Andrew Muller, that is on the same level as Gio. We have 2 of the top keepers in the country. So they motivate each other at practice. I'm just so proud. I'm just so happy for Gio. He's a good kid, responsible kid, does the right thing, and things worked out for him. God was good, and I'm just happy for him and happy that we got past this one and now focus on our efforts on the next game.
And looking at the next game here with Nick Dimitrievski, honoring him and his team, the Bryant and Stratton College Bobcats of Syracuse men's soccer team, as our top dogs of the week. And as we look ahead to the semifinal game in the USCAA National Tournament for the rights at going after a national championship here over the weekend, looking at the game today, Friday, November 11th, that we'll be playing a little bit later on, going up against Manor, like you said. We faced Salem. We saw what we saw from them, took what we took, got the penalty kicks, were able to get the victory 4-3 on penalty kicks. Now that you look to Manor, they're a team this season that ended up 10-3-1. We're in the top 4 when it came to the overall standings. Your thoughts on Manor and just what you can say about what you know about them overall, and like you said, in doing your research and reflection, what type of team this is that you're going up against?
Yeah, no, they're a strong team. They have the advantage that that's going to be their first game tomorrow. So we just played 120 minutes, so our guys are beat. We just came from the banquet. We had 4 all first-team All-Americans and National Player of the Year, Sean Altador. Manor is a real strong team. We've got to be ready. Well, one thing that we do that no other team does, we play this funky 4-4-2 diamond system that outnumbers the opponent at each spot of the field. And it's really hard if you've never played us to play that. It's just, it's really fast. You're outnumbered. And I think that's what we rely on a lot with our athleticism and our ability with that diamond system. So I think we will be in a great position to win that game tomorrow just because of the diamond and our matchups. We match up really, really well against them. And I'm excited about the opportunity.
Yeah, and like you said, being at the banquet and Sean Altador, his honor, we spoke with him going into the season when we had our roundtable Bobcat buzz on campus at Bryant and Stratton College of Syracuse. Got to know Sean a little bit there. Just what you could say about what he's done from the beginning of the season to right now and what he's meant to this team and why you feel like he has earned the honor that he received nationally.
Yeah, he's got good numbers. He's a strong leader, and he's a big guy up top that scores. I think he's got 15 goals and like 6 assists maybe. But he's been Mr. Reliable. He played part of that goal. The goal that we scored today, he had the shot that ricocheted off the post and came back to Zeno, and Zeno put it in. So when he's on, he's a handful. He's a big boy up top with pace and ability. So we're going to count on him. We're going to count on all of our team. But, they play a system, and when the system is on, it's really, really difficult to stop.
You've been tested this season. You've had the opportunity to play a bunch of different games at home and on the road to see what this team is like. And I know during this season you had certain student athletes that weren't available yet. So as you got this team together and went through these different pieces, had a rematch of the national championship from last year against University of Maine Fort Kent at home in Syracuse, just what you can take away from how this team has been battle-tested, the adversity that they've faced, what you've faced, knowing that some players were going to be available for certain games, some weren't going to be, just how all of this kind of comes together and reflects where the team is at right now and how you define where the team is at right now.
Yeah, no, it's we had a lot of guys come in late. We got a brand new team. We got some really experienced veterans that came return, but we got some big time new freshmen that were here, but they're freshmen. Yeah. Several of our starters are true freshmen, and it's tough. So it took us a while to gel and get everybody to understand how we play. Nobody plays this type of system that we play, and to get the kids to understand it, because most teams play this 4-3-3. And this is really foreign to them. And it takes a lot of athleticism, a lot of work. And a lot of the kids are just not prepared for that. So it took us a while for them to truly understand the system, get in better shape. We had a lot of kids come in late. So our shape caught up to us. The kids understood more. We've been flying this last month. We were playing good soccer. And like I said today, I thought a culmination. I thought we played good. If you're out shooting a team 12-3, doing something, we're unlucky on some occasions. But I think tomorrow we should have a really good showing.
That coming from Nick Dimitrievski, head coach of the Bryant and Stratton College of Syracuse men's soccer team as they get set for the semifinals. That game is going to be going on today, Friday, November 11th at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time, and it'll be down in Virginia Beach, Virginia, the semifinal round for this USCAA national tournament. Nick, as always, I thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Definitely know that the way you started this thing off, to make sure your heart beats there, I guess. Get a little heart stopper to start off the tournament. But, a reflection of this team's response to the storm and weathering those storms and whatnot. So congratulations to you again. Congratulations to the team. And I'm very much looking forward to this afternoon and the hopes of an opportunity to go back to the national championship game.
Great. Thank you for support. Hopefully we can bring it back. I appreciate the time. Thank you. Go Bobcats.